Abram in Wiley, Texas. See more better here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, but call me Mo Better, because I'm seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better, and show everyone else how to bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut lenses for the Versace 1175B, which stands for bling, in the color 1002 53 eye size. I'm going to take everything out of the original packaging, the box that it comes in, your Italian leather Versace case. Of course, the star of the show, the main attraction. This is the 1175B. Again, the B stands for bling, and it comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping, and I'm going to put that on there when I ship to you. And of course, all Versace's are made in Italy, and this is model number 1175B, color 1002 in the 53 eye size, 17 bridge, 135 temple length, and this is as nice as they come. Let me get that flashlight back out. Can you see that bling that's on the side of that? Oh yeah, on both sides. On both sides you get the Medusa. And of course, this is the tortoise color, the golden tortoise. It also comes black and platinum. But I'm going to go ahead and program the shape of the right lens in there. And by the way, I'm cutting the Essilor 1.74 high index with T and L stands for thin and light Crizal Sapphire 360 UV lenses. And you're going to get all the original packaging as they come to me. But let's go ahead and get the shape programmed into the computer. You are Secret Agent 2456. This is known as a semi-rimless frame. There is only a lens on half of it. So I need to use a tracing tool, of which I have one here. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 dots on your lenses on a straight line. I'm raising my head up so I can see the white background to put a black dot on each lens. Let me make sure that is perfect. And it is. Take the lens out. Put it into the tracing element, the holder, the stand. I'll put a black dot there and there, and hang on for 1 second. I do apologize. Sorry about that. I heard someone at the door. It was actually the cleaning crew. So they actually came in on a Saturday, as I did. It is Saturday, February 15th, 30 degrees in my hometown, but I need to get caught up on some work, and I'm coming in to do these on my day off. Of course, my wife just had a honey-do list for me for Valentine's Day, so, you know, I'd rather be here working anyway. So I'm going to trace the right lens, hit that button. Little stylus is going to pop up. Come on, well, I got to hit the trace button. Stylus can pop up, go around, trace the outside of the right lens. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any genuine, authentic Versace frame that I offer, and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account dollars, you will get reimbursed for your purchase. Now it's asking me the bridge size, which is 17. I'm going to enter that in there. Just a moment, the shape of the lens will pop up. Come on, pop for me, pop. I'm going to move on to the next screen. Enter your pupillary distance, which is 30 for the right eye. So I'm going to enter 30 for the right. What are you asking me for? Is that the bridge size? All right, we're going to try this again. What's wrong? Let's try tracing this again. Retrace just the right side. Start. Bridge size 17. I guess the machine doesn't work on its day off. Finding a starting point, going around tracing the outside perimeter of the lens. Oh, the emails never quit coming. They never quit. But that's a good thing. It's a blessing and a curse to be as busy as I am. But I do offer a VIP service, and that's why people come to me. There we go. Now we have the correct amount. Pupillary distance for the right eye is 30. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm going to tap the minus button until we get to 30. I want to raise the optical center up 2 millimeters to 19. We're going to go 2 above because you don't look through the center of the lens. Your eye is just above that. The blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. As again, I mentioned, your eye is just above that in inset. So let's go ahead and get your lenses prepped. Your right eye is -8, -50. -8, -50 at 30. Put the axis wheel on 30. Take the lens out of the protective sleeve. Comes with a little laminate on the front of the lens that protects the lens during shipping. I can take that off. Put the power drum, let's start on 0. Make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Yes, now put the power drum on -8. -8. Put the lens in, rotate until the spherical component comes into view first. Get everything lined up. I'm going to check your astigmatism correction, -850. Okay, that looks good. We're going to get everything lined up. Put 3 dots on your lenses. Those little lights, so I will darken them. 1, 2, and 8. And this is the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right. By the way, I always mark every lens pack to make sure you're getting the authentic Essilor brand of lenses. The AS stands for aspheric, which simply means your lenses are not spherical. It has a flatter front curvature to fit in today's flatter curvature frames. Again, this is, let me highlight that, they are the aspheric. 174T and L, which stands for thin and light. The power of your Crizal Sapphire 360 UV is below that. -8, -50. And let's mark this one the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Your left lens reads -8, -175 at 150. I'm going to turn the axis wheel to 150. Take your lens, -8, -175. Out of this sleeve, take the laminate off the lens. It is no longer needed. You can tell I've done this a few times, can't you? Put the power drum on -850. Excuse me, 8. Rotate it until the spherical component comes into view first. Glad I double, triple, and quadruple check everything. The 50, I remember, is the 150 astigmatism correction. We're going to make sure that's all lined up. -950 total power. So we're good there. Put the 3 dots on your lenses. 1, 2, and 3. And if you guys missed any of that, mark that one L for left. Let me recap. But I'm going to tell that joke a few more times. It's getting good to me. I get to do it again. Essilor Thin and Light 174. Crizal Sapphire 360 UV -8, -175. Of course, the Essilor packet. And this is the left lens. And you're going to get all this original packaging when you open up your box. Let's put that one back in there. So this is a block, as I like to call him, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers. The black side is the sticky side. Stick this onto the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper. Oh, come on now. You better stick on there. Stick on there. Pull the paper and make the black side sticky. That silver button is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice today. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. And the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. So I'm going to get everything lined up as such. And we're going to do that, get everything lined up, hit that button, the arm comes down, places the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right. I hear the cleaning crew leaving, they just locked the door up. I have the greatest cleaning crew. Juan and Judith, they do a great job. Same PD for the left lens, 30, same optical center height. Get everything lined up as such. Always like to make sure the lens is large enough to cut out, and it is. And going to hit that button. It's going to place the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out and buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you could cut your own lenses at home, and you won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs to come in on his day off to cut them for you. Let's wake the computer up. Job ID number 2456. 2456, or as I like to say, installment 2456 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. These are high index lenses, so I have to hit that button. It is a grooved job. If I wanted to change the bevel, I would do that. He has requested polished edges, so I will keep those polished. I am going to put a safety bevel on the front surface of the lens because this is 174 in a beveled frame, so I'm going to do that. And now, that's that. High index, grooved rimless, polished edges, light safety bevel on the front, heavier one on the back. Press this on there firmly. Place the magnet into the chuck. Or by now, you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. I know, free bad jokes with every pair of glasses made. Hit the green start button. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens will be traced by the 2 white styluses, making sure that it is large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing that. Then measuring the thickness of the lens to know where to cut the groove into it. In fact, let's do one little thing here. Let's do something a little different here. Let's hit the stop button. I'm going to show you what's going to cut the groove into the frame. Sorry this video will be a little bit longer, but now this thing's froze up. Oh, it's one of them days. Come on now. Come on. There we go. Finally, wake up, wake up. Now let's open this up. Yeah, I know you ain't happy. So, might as well clean everything off while I'm here. This is the optical sawdust that gets cleaned off when the safety bevel is applied. We'll make everything nice and clean for the first one of the day. Drop that in there. Now that's some Schwarf. This is the wheel at the end that's going to put the safety bevel on the front and the back of the lens. This blade is what's going to cut the groove into the lens. And that's the drill bit. Should I be doing any drilling, which I am not, let's go ahead and back everything up. Back that thing up. Now we can put it in and hit the start button and let the machine do its thing. It may start all over again doing the tracing. Nope, it knows what to do. So here's something you don't normally see in all my videos. The water will be spraying onto the lens for the duration of the cycle because these are high index plastic, which also stink to all get out. So it's a good thing you're watching this and your nose isn't right next to the machine like mine is. The 174 have a sulfur type of smell. Any high index lens smells like rotten eggs while they are cutting. But water is spraying onto the lens the whole time. Now the lens material I use the most, polycarbonate, cuts dry. So this is a unique experience for most of my videos. You don't see water spraying onto the lens. Now, as I mentioned, your lenses are made out of a 174. 1.74 T&L is thin and light from Essilor with the Crizal Sapphire. Crizal Sapphire is the top of the line Crizal coating. For the longest time it was just Crizal, then it was Crizal Alizé, Crizal Avancé, Crizal Provencia. Now the Crizal Sapphire is the clearest out of all of them. It costs $139.99 as an add-on. It's available on any lens, well, except for the Transitions Extra Active with the mirror coatings. So it's going to pop up. It may measure itself again before going to the bevel wheel. That looks pretty good. I was a little bit concerned about edge thickness. That's not too bad. Of course, the nice thing about this frame, the thickness of the temple is going to block a lot of that edge thickness on there. So, this is the frame he requested, the lenses he requested, the polishing he requested, all the original packaging. You gonna get it all, because I don't want to keep it. I got enough clutter as it is. But now it's going on to a wheel to smooth out anything left over from the grinding process. The wheel on the right is the polishing wheel. That's the one you never get to see in my videos, but you will today. But the machine that applies the Crizal anti-glare costs well over $1 million. It vaporizes 8 different coatings onto your lens in a sterile, clean room. And your lens goes through an acid bath in between each cycle. So because of the time and the expense involved with applying Crizal Sapphire, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. So now it's going to the polishing wheel. And there's pros and cons with polishing. The pros is that it does make your lenses look thinner from the profile view. And of course, that's what Abram requested. I do not charge extra for it like a lot of people do. My machine does it. So why am I going to charge for something that is done automatically by my machine? Now, years ago, we used to have to do this by hand, and I can understand how people would charge for that. But now it's a piece of cake. It does take a little bit longer, but at least you get a little bit different aspect for this video than you do for my normal videos. Now this Versace frame sells for $270. Again, it comes in this color as well as the black and platinum. The Crizal Sapphire adds $139.99. I forget what I charged them for the 174 Essilor lenses. I gave them a hookup deal on it. I am a VIP service. I'm not trying to be the cheapest guy out there. There's always Zenny. There's always those places like that. I am a licensed optician. I went to college for this. I am the only person on the internet, one, that does the videos and shows you everything step by step from start to finish. No pun intended. This is called a finishing lab. Someone grinds the power into the lens, then I do the finish work. Boy, this thing is taking its time polishing. Oh, they must have heard me talking about them. So out comes the bevel wheel. Oh, I'm sorry, the groove wheel. Now it's going onto that blade. It's going to go around and cut a blade into it. More and more emails. This guy wants a Oakley frame with the transitions extra active and the blue flash mirror. Or is it a Ray-Ban frame? I can't remember. I'll have to check it. Everybody gets what they want here at freeprescriptionlenses.com. So now the bevel wheel usually starts with the front. Yes, it does. Applying a safety bevel, just smoothing out any rough edges left over from the cutting cycle. Doing a light bevel on the front. It's going to do a slightly heavier bevel on the back. But as I mentioned before, I offer a VIP service. I'm the only optician that answers every email, orders the lenses, cuts the job, does the final inspection, which I'll do in just a moment, gets everything packaged up, sends out the emails. Out comes the lens. Dry everything off. Let's go ahead and make sure that it mounts into the frame. I want to make sure everything is cleaned out. Got a toothbrush for that. Just clean everything out of that groove. Brand new toothbrush, don't worry. It is only touch lenses. And this little cup. So, everyone wants to know how to mount lenses into this frame. You got to have the right tool for that job. And that tool, a little piece of ribbon for wrapping presents. I got a bigger one that fell down on the side there. There we go. So, tuck the lens in at the outside corner. And Abram, years from now, should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can mail them right to your home, and this is how you would pop them in. I would send out a little strap. Of course, your Versace case comes with extra string and the little strap in there, but it's folded in half, so I slide it in one side, grab hold of both sides. I start at the outside corner, and as you move closer to the nasal area of the lens, and when you hear that snap, it goes right in. Slide that out. Oh, that looks really good, really good. Let's go ahead and flip this over to L for left. Place the lens into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby. Hit the start button. the Chuckarama, or today it's been called the Abram. The Abram's tank. So again, it's going to go around tracing the shape of the left lens this time. Measuring the thickness of the lens to know where to cut the groove into the frame for the best cosmetic look possible. Abram, look at that. -8. Of course, your total power is -850 on your right lens. If you don't mind me saying so, I think that looks really good for a finished product. Based on it's always, your lenses are thin in the center, thicker the edges. So the further you go from the center of the lens, the thicker they will keep getting. Based on pupillary distance, which you can't help, if your eyes were wider, it would be thinner. The thinnest part of the lens would be moved over. But I still think that looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and take this block off, pull the sticker away, use my hand-approved drying method, add to my sticker collection. We're going to come down here to the lensometer, put it in over that black dot, turn the axis wheel from 150 back to 30. And I'm going to tell you something cool about those two numbers. Put it in, read the power, and I'm getting -8. That's because the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, starting at 0, going up in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. You were on the 32nd rung of a ladder. 8 times 4 is 32. You have amazing up-close vision. You are very nearsighted, almost twice the national average. With your glasses off, you can see your fingerprint. I haven't been able to do that since I was about 8 or 9 years old. But once you start to move everything away, you know, everything gets really blurry. So that's why there's a minus sign. Your lenses minify an object down to the correct size that it should be. Once it's the correct size, you have 2 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob, and we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 30. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. So for the right eye, we're going to turn the axis wheel to about 30. Let's go ahead and check that second curvature. And we're getting 850, exactly halfway between 8 and 9. That's because you add 2 like signs together. But if someone had borrowed $8 from you, then they borrowed another 50 cents, that's where they would be 850 in the red. Now your left eye, same amount of far-sighted correction, but you have another 7 steps. So you go from 32 steps to 39, and you add the other 7 steps of astigmatism correction. I'm going to turn that fine-tune knob to 150. Now these first 2 numbers could be anywhere from 0, are real values to be concerned with. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. You would think 30 and 150 are very far apart, but again, 0, 90, 180. Your left eye, 30 degrees away from the 180 meridian. Your left eye, 150 degrees. Again, 30 degrees away from the 180 meridian. I should say 30 is 30 degrees away from 0. 150 is 30 degrees away from 180. So you're exactly 30 degrees away on both lenses from the 180 meridian. I think that's pretty cool. That is very balanced. Again, this number could be anywhere from 0 to 180, and they both end up being 30. You know what's other neat? You ought to play the lottery with this number. Your PD is 30 for each eye. And put that back over there. I think that's pretty cool. Of course, what else am I going to do when I'm staring at paperwork all day cutting lenses? I have no life. When I think the number 30 is cool, yeah, alright, you know, hey, whatever. But hey, this is Saturday. I'm going to play those damn numbers tonight in the lottery. And Abram, if I win the $70 million lottery, I'm going to give you $30. I'm glad. What? You don't think that's funny either? Just me? Why am I the only one laughing at that joke? Alright. I'm going to get my man another pair of Versace's. And I'm going to personally deliver them. Of course, I ain't winning no money. I'm coming back to work Monday. It's okay. I love what I do. It's a corny saying, but when you love what you do, it is never work. Everyone emails me and comments in the comment section below, and Abram, you can comment as well down there, but people comment and say, you just have so much passion and you love what you do. I wish I could find a job that I loved. Now here's the secret. Pick any job, jump in and love it. If you wait for the right job to come along that you love, you'll never find it. Love what you got. Read trade magazines, study up on it. If you read everything you can for an extra hour a week, that's 52 hours you will have put in there, and you will know more about your profession than anyone else. When I started doing these videos over 5 years ago, I thought that for sure there'd be copycats out there, but nobody has copied me. Which just leads me to show how many people just show up for a 9 to 5. Well, over 90% of all optical shops don't cut their own lenses, but the ones that do and have their own equipment, and business owners like me, they just show up, do their 9 to 5, get their paycheck, go home. They're not going to come in on a Saturday to get caught up. They're not going to. So, I hate to say it, but my peers make me look good. It's really not that hard to be better than my competition, but I'm going to run up the score on them. I'm going to show them why I'm the best in my field. I'm designing my own frames now. I just put one of my videos up right before this video for 420 eyewear. I'm coming out with a line of Christian eyewear, and you can believe it's going to look a lot like this. Now, I do have a very simple frame that's going to have a cross here and a cross on the temple tip. Once I start to make my money back off those, I want to do something a little nicer based on this frame. I always had this frame in mind, but instead of the Versace emblem, I want a blinged out cross, both in gold and tortoise, except for the tortoise. I'm going to have a wood grain, just like the wood of the cross. There's going to be a blinged out cross this way. I will have a black and platinum. Excuse me. Whoo, that smell. Man, it's a good thing you are about 20-hour car ride away, so you don't have to smell this. That's partly the reason I came in today. I can open the window. What's the temperature? 30 degrees in my hometown today. I'm going to open a window, put a fan in there to clear out some of this smell. I normally don't like to cut this during business hours. I'm in a medical complex. Other people can smell it through the walls, through the ceiling, through the ventilation system. So that's another reason I come in today. I stay after hours to do it, but yesterday was Valentine's Day. My wife was going to take me out to dinner. She said she was going to get me a Happy Meal, or I don't know, something about happy, an ending. At the end of the meal, there'd be a happy ending. I can't remember what she said, but I made sure to go straight home after work yesterday. Come on, guys, you know what I'm talking about. You know. So, take out the demo lens, put that back in the case. In fact, let me get this one before I forget it. Take off the sticker. Right before I clean your lenses, let's go ahead and clean these dots off. Get everything back to its original thing. Put that back in your case. Now, clean up as I go. Let's go ahead and tuck this lens in. Once it is in there, use my tool. Start at the outside edge. Work my way towards the nose. When it snaps in, there we go. We are in there. That's in there snug. Pull that block off. Dry that off. Add to my sticker collection. By the way, my sticker collection was collapsing. You can see I was doing that under its own weight, so I had to have some plastic surgery. By plastic surgery, I mean I used plastic shipping tape, wrapped it around this way, wrapped it around this way like Mr. Potato Head, but now it is like a football. That thing is solid. Come back here, sticker. You ain't getting away. But don't be jumping off of there. But it's growing. It's growing. At some point, I may have to add it again. I'm hoping to get it as big as me, and I'm going to bury it in the coffin right with me when it's my turn to go. Turn the axis wheel from 30 back to, turn it 30 degrees to 0, another 30 degrees to 150. Put it in over that black dot. Read the power. I am getting -8. -8. Let's check the other 1 3/4 steps of astigmatism correction. And from -8, we end up at -975, one tick mark away from 10. That's something you don't usually see in my videos. By the way, no power is too strong. If anyone needs a lens, I will make it for you. That's the other thing about all these box stores. They just want the easiest, prescriptions they can get. I have no restrictions. I can order from any lab. Zeiss, Essilor, Hoya, If it can be gotten, I'm going to get it for you. So, your PD, 30 for the right eye, 30 for the left. I'm going to turn the card around when I place the PD stick against my thumb on your right lens. Hold it up to the left lens. We're getting 60 millimeters. That is cut perfectly. The optical center height is 19. Usually I have you look at the bottom of the middle of the frame. Now, it truly is. When you get down to the bottom of the lens, 19. At the thickest point of the lens, 19. Now this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that there's free shipping anywhere in the US, and Wiley, Texas is in the US. But when you get these in the mail, there is a small chance these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no different, and I'll show you that. But because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments, but I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take my Versace's off and press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. I am wearing the Versace 3245. I can't see with my glasses off. Now mine come with that Versace emblem. Mine are the blue tortoise with the platinum temples. I have a smaller, I'm working on that. Abram's Medusa is larger than mine. I don't know mine's why it's so small. Oh, because it's 30 degrees outside. That's why my Medusa is so small. Got one on that side and that side. But again, I loves me anything blue and silver. And truth be told, I got some wisdom highlights above my ears, and that matches it really well. But I'm going to flip this over, press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew like that. Check the tension on each hinge. If one was tighter, oops, someone turned around the parking lot. If one was tighter, one was looser, I would adjust it so they would be matching. Make sure your Versace nose pads are equal and perfect. Now, I send out a separate request in every package. Abram, I'd love to have you rock these things. In fact, turn your head just a little bit out in the sun, that Texas sun, so people can see the bling on one of these Medusas. Now, I also send out cleaning instructions not only on your frame and lenses, but for the premium microfiber cloth that I provide, your Versace cleaning cloth, your Crizal cleaning cloth. Now, I'm running out of the orange. I've only got a few left, and I thought the blue would look best with this. I gave him this because he has such great nearsighted vision. When they printed I picked orange, pink for the ladies, and then blue. They gave me a darker blue this time. The black ink is really hard to read off of here. I got some new ones on order, but for now, I apologize. I've run out, and I've just got to pass out blue for you. Hopefully that's all right. But if you've liked what you're seeing, do that. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can click the bell icon so you can get notified about future frames and lens combinations as they become available. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Free Prescription Lenses, on Twitter as FreeRx Lenses. If you have any questions or comments about what I can or can't do, go to the Contact Me page of the website. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. Speaking of selfies, Abram, when you do take a selfie, would you occasionally hashtag me at the little at emblem? I got to find out the name of that. I know I do. Free Prescription Lenses. But Abram and Wiley, Texas, thank you so much for the Essilor Thin and Light 174 high index lenses with Crizal Sapphire, and the Versace 1175B color 1002. This frame is popular this week. I got 2 videos for this frame I got to do this week. I don't know what's in the water, but I got another one I got to do shortly. But thanks for the purchase, and now hopefully everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.